is official. Scientists say that emojis improve your relationship. However, for one of us, they've become a bit of a pain. We'll explain more a little later. And as the new documentary explores the secrets behind Princess Diana's wedding dress, we will be sharing our own dress dilemmas and revealing why one of us had cold feet when it came to wearing her dress on the big day itself. First, though, competition time, and it's a massive two-part prize worth over a whopping £220,000. I know, it's impressive. Jake has all the details.
Hello from the beautiful coast of Norfolk. I've got the best summer prize just for you, and it's worth a whopping £220,000. Yes, one lucky person out there is going to get their hands on their very own holiday home worth £120,000. Perfect for a family staycation or even a fun weekend away with friends. Sited at Lubbock Park's Coastal Park in Norfolk, this holiday home comes fully furnished with an oven, gas hob, fridge and freezer, dishwasher, its own private deck-in and sleeps up to 6 people. Plus, you don't have to worry about site fees, utility bills or insurance because we'll cover all of that for 2 years. But that's not all. We're also throwing in a whopping £100,000 in tax-free cash. Just imagine what you could do with that mammoth amount of cash. So that's your very own holiday home worth over £100,000 and 100 grand in your back pocket. Now, every competition has a guaranteed winner, and that next big winner could be you. For your chance to win, text prize to 86060. Text costs £2 plus one standard network rate message. Go to the website, entries cost £2. Call 09068 786060. Calls cost £2 plus your network access charge. Or post your name and phone number to CD 27 PO Box 7 558 Derby DE1 0NQ. Entrance must be 18 or over. Lines close on the 25th of July at 3 p.m. We may be calling the winner live between 7:30 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. after all entry routes close. Good luck.
Thank you, Jake. Now, actress Charlize Theron has revealed she is perfectly happy living life as a singleton and says it's the happiest she's ever been.
I think people look at it so like in our society as this kind of something must be wrong with her, right? With women, it's always like something must be wrong with her. She can't keep a man. And it's never part of the discussion of like, wow, she's really living her truth. Like she's living in her happiness. Like this is actually a choice that she made.
Well, now, Kelly, I'm going to come to you because Charlize is a bit of a pal of yours.
I used to know Charlize a long time ago when I lived in Los Angeles. She's such a lovely, lovely lady. And she is like the typical kind of alpha female. She's very strong. She's very tall and beautiful and successful. And I think she's always been that ever since from the age of 21. What it fascinates me about this, I've never heard Charlize talk like this. And I just think with podcasts now, don't you find celebrities just opening up and just laying it all out there for everyone? Like I just remember the day when we were all so guarded about things,
yeah.
and now it's like we're so happy to talk. So it was really refreshing to see her talking about, you know, her sex life. It's a part of, it's a side of Charlize I've never seen in the public eye.
Yeah, well, if you've listened to the Loose Women podcast, let me tell you, folks, there is nothing hidden on there.
Oh, no, it's extraordinary.
It all becomes far too comfortable.
I just think good on her, really.
But does she have a point? Yeah. Really? I mean, you know, it's almost, is it frowned upon still that you're single at 49, and are you actually really enjoying yourself? It's almost like you're trying to kid yourself.
I was just going to tag on to what you were saying about it because you know her well. She forgot to mention in that particular chat, we didn't have it, that she's with a much younger man now.
Oh, yes, she is.
So that's why everything's ticking over.
Yes. But you had a
Gloria's
good point.
got right to the heart of it, because I was going to say, I think one of these questions, it's so individual, isn't it? But I always think if you're financially secure and you've got financial independence, you don't actually feel the need to have a relationship quite as much as when you grow up in a relationship and you share your finances and everything starts to become very dependent. And then you find it hard to leave. And if you leave, you think you need somebody else who's going to help supplement those things that you couldn't do. So I think it is all about women finding a certain level of independence where they don't naturally feel like men have to slot in, or a partner of any kind has to come into it.
Yeah.
So I think she's clearly, you know, Oscar-winning actress that she is, has been independent and financially secure. So she's in a space where she doesn't need to have that constant, how will I cope without a guy in my life, or how will I... So I think that has got a lot to do with it as well.
And actually, ironically, I think when you are happy like that, when you are single and genuinely happy and being able to look after yourself and all the rest and paying your bills and you're just very content, I think that is when you can find a partner. It sort of happened even with myself and Frank, and just before I had met him, I was having a great time. I was living, you know, I had bought my little flat and everything was really good. And actually, when you're not looking, sometimes you suddenly go, oh, there they are. But, you know, also, because things are good for you in that little moment, you don't need anyone coming in to fix it or to change things. So it has to be someone really worth you giving your time over.
Key,
and I think that's a wonderful place to be. But of course, you know,
you did all right, Christine.
It's a fairly unique moment in life. I did do all right. I did.
I think Charlize is at that
I love
age.
her talking like this.
No,
though.
I know, and I
This
think
is
she's at that
exactly right.
age. A lot of women, I think, at Charlize's age, I've had these discussions with some friends of mine, and that are single, and they say the trouble is when you get over 45, you're either a nurse or a purse. Which is, honestly, I've had, and I was like, explain what that means. They're like, well, if you're with an older guy, you're probably going to be caring for them, and if you're with a younger guy, you're going to be paying for everything. So I think Charlize is in that classic age where you're like, I don't want to be a nurse or a purse. I just want to have a good time. And I don't want to be looking after anyone financially, emotionally, physically. They need to take care of me.
Good old, and just being single, though, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, if you get, that's exactly a nurse or a person knew. I mean, like, that's something we're all asking ourselves.
I don't feel like there is like, I mean, maybe 20, 30 years ago, there was a lot more pressure to have a partner and be leading a life. But there's so many people who are smashing it without having a partner and living a single life, and we don't even question it. And again, it's because she's a woman that we're asking the question more. We're not sitting there asking every guy who's 49, oh, have you got a partner and why haven't you? So I think it is.
I think those dark days are gone. I think you can be whatever you want these days, actually. I think we've all moved on, don't you think? If people want to lead their single life, they can, or if they want to look for somebody, they can, you know, so you can... There's a certain freedom, I think, about this particular time.
And we're going to be talking to Joe Wood later on about how sometimes, particularly maybe after a divorce, in your 40s and you think you can't start again, you can, that's the whole point. And Charlize is saying, apparently, her sex life is better than ever.
Really?
At 49.
Charlize.
Oh, dear. Well, will you text her later and ask how she's doing and let us know, please? We're very intrigued. Still to come, after a recent survey found nearly 1 in 3 women regret their wedding dress choice, we are asking, would you change yours if you could? And Jo Wood will be revealing how her own experience of divorce from the Rolling Stones, Ronnie Wood, inspired her debut novel, which she describes as sexy and shocking. Can't wait to chat to her. That's all coming up after this.